Hello and welcome! Silrace here with Hero League Support Sunday combination. So this is both of them in one game here. So our team has Murky in it. That is nice. And enemy team has Lost Vikings. That is fantastic. We get some of the more funky specialists in this game. I love it. And I'm playing Uther. I got my support, and nobody else wanted to play support, so I was like, okay, I am Uther. I am Uther, right? Because Uther can fit into every team composition. That's still my opinion of Uther. So it doesn't matter if I am picking first, I can pick Uther. Obviously there are some other picks you might want to take instead, but I can pick Uther on the first spot, and it doesn't matter what everybody else picks, because I can still do Uther baseness. And also, Uther with Kerrigan is kind of scary. I can pop an invulnerability bubble on Kerrigan and she can still be in the middle of the fight and do her business and killing everybody. So I'm okay laning top lane here on the Garden of Terror. And this is also my Support Sunday video for this weekend, or rather this Sunday. So I want to make a little bit of difference on my Support Sundays as well. I'm gonna use a Hero League game for it. That's the course of action for today, and as I mentioned before, I'm not gonna talk too much about my build. Mentioned before in my Hero League videos, I am mostly focused on my plays instead of on the builds and whatnot, because I expect people want to get better at the game and they can figure their own builds out, but it's much harder to figure out plays out. And mostly I also want to learn from my own mistakes. So all the things I could do differently, I wanna talk about. And nobody else is laning mid lane, so what the blazes? It's like, is this Tesla going mid lane? Yeah, he's going mid lane. Alright, hello. I am coming back here. I'm very much okay with laning with Kerrigan, but there is no the stuff on the map which should be taken, right? All of these little things. And then there is Joanna coming in here. I am okay with that. We can try and deal with her. Unfortunately, Kerrigan got rooted. I managed to just barely dodge the root, but wow, people, lots of people here, and our team is doing stuff in the bot lane though, which is very nice. So they are getting something done there while we are fighting up here, and I need that because I am kind of out of mana. I am also low on health, and please Kerrigan, go visit that, and let's go, Mr. Maraden, let's go. Right, there is Keldas, which I can't really chase because Uther has no real chasing abilities, so there is no real way for Uther to truly engage on stuff. So yeah, protective shield, obviously good way to go, and because it helps also Kerrigan out so very much. And then there is Keldas, who is getting smacked around, but unfortunately our Kerrigan got zoned out very hard there, so couldn't do too much about that. We were fighting basically 3 versus 4. All the Vikings are spread across all the lanes, so they are gonna get a massive XP advantage. That's basically what Vikings are for. If your team has Vikings on it and the Vikings aren't spread up all over the map, especially during early takes on various, well, map objectives like this, where it's not quite so big a deal, then yeah, your Viking player is doing something wrong. Let's just put it that way. This Viking player knows what she's doing and is actually getting stuff done. I wanted to stun the Vala, because Vala, like hoping people would jump on the Vala and not on the tank. I'm gonna try the body block for the Kerrigan to try and keep her alive, but this just won't be able to last overly long, and folks are chasing a little too hard. This is a little annoying that the Murky didn't truly come in here to help us with all of these fights, because Murky can be really strong in early team fights, can do a whole lot of good, and because dead Murky doesn't, like dying as a Murky is kind of meaningless, so you can do a whole lot of stuff with Murky even early on in team fights, because you can just and I am also out of mana, so I just have to tell that to team. So like I said, join those team fights on a Murky and come and harass people and do stupid stuff and be a nuisance, because that's what Murky is all about. Murky can do business, can get business done. Unfortunately, enemy team is way ahead in various plant bits, so they are gonna get their Garden Terror out very much earlier than we will, like ever do. That is a little unfortunate, but there is not too much we can do about it at this time. So we were way too split up. That's just how it went. Like some folks went for the bottom lane Garden Terror stuff, and well, few of us went to top lane one, and then we were just completely split up on the bottom lane stuff. So yeah, we should be countering the enemy Garden Terror, but I did want to come in here and save the Kerrigan. So Kerrigan was in trouble. I'm gonna go and save her. The top lane Garden Terror, well, there are a couple guys contesting the Garden Terror. Okay, I'm gonna go join them then for this for this business, because I can stun Garden Terror, I can keep smacking on the Garden Terror, and yeah, of course I have to be careful because there is Johanna as well. Murky is pushing bot lane on its own. That's quite okay, I guess. Yeah. This is the problem with some of these maps. People, yeah, as you can read that, right? People don't wanna don't want to play the objective or don't know how it works, right? Like, you're supposed to kind of contest the Garden Terror. Right now it has only a couple seconds to live anymore, but it got a lot done. It got way too much done for being the first Garden Terror. Like, way too much. Because people are, like, not contesting the Garden Terror. So, right. And right now we have to soak. We are 2 levels behind. Because, well, they got the buildings, they got all of that done. Nobody's soaking mid lane. We are enemy team has heroic abilities, we don't. So you have to soak. You need to stop team fighting at this point, because of course, well, thanks to the Vikings, the enemy team has is way ahead. I'm just gonna try to bully this Viking a little bit whilst trying to stay away from the turrets, so I'm not in the turret range. I'm trying to bully him out of the lane a little bit. And also, team is still fighting bottom lane. They are not soaking, which is the wrong thing to do when you are, well, not level 10. The other Viking is pushing in the mid lane. That should not be happening at all. Unfortunately, I feel like I have to do this as a support. I would much rather, as a support, and this might be a mistake overall, to be with the team, right? Now we have level 10, now I can kind of freely leave, but I do want to push this in a little further again. So, yeah, now there are multiple Vikings here. I'm gonna go. They are now 3 levels up. Because the Vikings were just pushing the couple lanes down, and our team was fighting the rest in the bottom line. And other than, well, not splitting up and soaking. So yeah, but as I was saying, I think that might be a mistake by me, or it might not, but this should be one dead ball, right? So we at least get something. And being this far behind in levels, actually every kill we get is very valuable, and I might have been able to save Tassadar there. I actually, and the reason I didn't is because I honestly thought the Tassadar still had his, well, dimensional shift available and would be able to, like, get out of that situation all the well. But apparently either didn't have it or didn't click it fast enough. So ended up dying. So that's the reason I did not pop my invulnerability bubble on the Tassadar, and in hindsight I probably should have done that, just because I didn't know if he had it, dimensional shift, that is, if he did have dimensional shift, and if did not have dimensional shift, then yeah, unfortunately. Vela is here, that's okay. We can do stuff if people want to do stuff. Finally get something done here. This should be a dead Vela. Should be. Might not be. I am gonna go back here because I can't really chase Vela. The tumble gets her out of my range way too easily. But I can at least try and take this down with Murky's help, definitely. Murky is really good at taking all of these little things with her. Well, nasty fart thing. So, yeah. Of course, enemy team has the second Garden Terror going for them as well. Because, well, that's what they can do. And they are about to reach level 16, which is really scary because of Kel'Thas. Yeah. So, because of the Vikings, obviously, and then there is the enemy team coming in here. I managed to stop the Johanna there to, well, from doing all the business. And I kind of have to beat on the Johanna, because it's like the only target I reliably can beat there, while still making sure that I get away alive. Okay, right, Hearthstone out of here, in this bush. And Murky is gonna take the Garden Terror, that's completely okay. Murky is really good for taking Garden Terror. Can go really ham with it, and doesn't matter if Murky dies, as long as the egg is alive. The Murky is back in like 3 seconds anyways. So need to counter their Garden Terror here with our stuns and force it back from our buildings. That is good. Enemy team is countering our Garden Terror, so we are basically doing Garden Terror chasing here back and forth, which is, well, kind of the name of the game here, kind of what is going on. And if our Garden Terror manages to take down even a building or two, then that is good, right? Because we are behind kind of in buildings, and kind of hard behind in buildings because of these guys. Let's see if we can get a Viking kill. Nope.
Your terror has been cut.
That would have been nice to at least get one Viking kill, but at least we're preventing their Garden Terror from doing anything. That's the main course of action. And there you could see an interesting talent choice for the Kassadar there with beams. Why not? And also enemy team has level 17, or already level 16. I'm gonna die here, but I managed to save Kerrigan with the Divine Shield, so they can maybe re-engage a little bit, at least, but yeah, I could obviously heal people up still because of Uther's passive, Uther's trait, but this looks very much like a lost game at this point already. We are 4 levels behind in XP. Viking player doing a very good job on split pushing our team. They're doing a completely horrible job on the first Garden Terror on the first night, which is, in my honest opinion, the most important night. The first one. If you are doing badly in the first night, it is very hard to catch up again, especially if enemy team ends up getting enough Garden Terror stuff, Garden bits to get second Garden Terror very easily from the second night. So we can at least save Tassadar here. And can also save Maradin. Hi, Mr. Joanna, I'm just gonna run here. I'm gonna get out, and Maradin managed to get blown up, and I'll just walk away. Well, I'll just walk away and also save Tassadar. And in the end, the explosion from Tassadar was enough to kill me. Too bad game for me, and there is nothing wrong with our team composition at all. Our team play sucks. So that's the only real reason we lost this game, because, well, team play was completely horrible. Not really an issue. Raw damage, we have Kerrigan. Murky can do stuff, and also, well, raw damage is not really an issue if you can do like long duration fights if you play correctly. Like, lacking a little bit of damage isn't as big of a problem. You can run, I mean, you can run dual tank setups as well and dual support setups. and those are definitely lacking damage. We do have Tassadov, so essentially we are a dual support setup. We do have Kerrigan, and well, wonky team setups like this can definitely work, but they require a good team play then. And well, first night we couldn't do anything. This night I can definitely not do nothing because enemy team is level 20. So we can only try to defend, all of our bases being pushed in. We lost the top keep already. Well, that's how it goes, and sometimes this is also very interesting for a from Support Sunday point of view, because, well, I'm taking imposing presence because we are way behind, and I do need the enemies who might be hitting me to be like slowed. They do have a Valor. So that is annoying. Very, very nice dimensional shift there by Hazard to avoid the condemn. So also very, very nice going with the Kerrigan. Unfortunately missed all the skill shots, but very nice try there to try and catch the Malfurion, because well, that's what you should be doing. And I wasn't in with the team fight anymore. I ran away because we lost too much anyways, and can try to well, basically can only try to delay the game at this point. But yeah, and this stage in the game, whining about team compositions and whatnot is also kind of pointless. So just something to note about. No reason to annoy people at this point anymore. So I'm just gonna wait until the game ends, because it had ended up a while back. Anyway, thank you very, very much for watching. Hopefully you learned something, and especially the importance of that first night, because it is very, very important.
Defeat.